You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to talk more Godzilla versus Kong. And in this one, we're going to discuss the other Titans. This is a question that's coming up a lot. And I wanted to do a video about it in particular because I do have some thoughts and I want to kind of run it by you guys, see what you think. The big question is whether or not we're going to get some of the other Titans in this movie. And when most people are referring to like the monsters we saw in King of the Monsters that were kind of uprising. And, you know, I got to say, you know, if this trailer is any indication of what's going to be happening in the movie, I'm going to say that I think we will get a cameo of maybe one or two. And I would think, and I'm leaning more towards just one, and that's really Behemoth. Because he seems to be one of the more popular Titans coming out of King of the Monsters. You know, when you look at the trailer, you know, we have the Warbats, okay? We do have the Hollow Earth. We're assuming there's going to be more skull crawlers. I think a lot of people safely assume that you got Kong, you got Godzilla, you got obviously Mechagodzilla at some point in this movie. So, you know, I don't know if that leaves a lot of room for that many cameos, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Now, one of the things people refer to is the end of the King of the Monsters. There was the newspaper clipping explaining that the monsters are being drawn to Skull Island, but actually what the clipping says was new Titans are being drawn to Skull Island, new Titans. So, you know, these could be referring to the Warbats. Perhaps they're surfacing from the Hollow Earth, and this is, you know, maybe one of the reasons why Kong has to go down there. Skull crawlers, you know, as far as we know, in 1973, when we were at Skull Island, you know, the skull crawlers were not known to anyone beyond those who visited the island or were people there. So, you know, that could be defined as new to some people in this universe that have not been to Skull Island yet. I do think I have a feeling we'll see Behemoth. I just have a feeling based on the popularity. Also, one thing I was told was with some of the Playmate toys, we have seen recently there have been new toys showing the Hellhawk, which is that bat that's flying, that smaller kaiju that's flying down towards Kong when he's like at the monument with Godzilla and he's holding up the axe. Obviously the Warbats, which we see Kong fighting in the trailer. And one of the other monsters they had a toy for was like a smaller scale Behemoth. And one thing, I was told this by a couple of collectors, namely James and some other people, that Playmates did say that any toys that they're releasing are only toys that are going to be of characters in the movies. So if that holds true and they've got a Behemoth toy, then I think that's the one we're going to see. And it makes sense. He was really the most popular Titan amongst those that rose up to answer the alpha call, and with good reason. He was very unique looking, you know what I mean, very imposing, and a lot of people would love to see if he gets into a fight with Kong. I'm not against this, and I do have a theory that Kong will have an early battle in this movie to kind of give us an idea of what he's capable of. If they stand with the story at the end of the paper clippings of that monsters are starting to, you know, be drawn to Skull Island, he can take this as, you know, a sort of invasion, and he's trying to protect his land. So maybe he does get into a fight with some of the other Titans. Everybody would love to see a Behemoth versus Kong, but, you know, that might be a bittersweet kind of fight, you know, because yes, you get Kong versus one of the more popular Titans, but let's face it, Kong's not going to lose that fight. So, you know, I had a theory that it would be sweet if he fought Rodan to kind of give G fans get him a little worked up earlier in the movie, where he kind of just shreds and eviscerates Rodan. But, you know, again, I think one of the paper clippings said that Rodan is nesting in Mount Fiji or Mount Fuji, one of those two, or somewhere close to there, in a volcano near one of those two mountains. Can't remember if it was Fiji or Fuji, but I do think we'll definitely get a minimum one cameo from. And I think it'll be Behemoth. There might be a side chance that you might see a quick shot of some of the other ones, but these are going to be very brief. I think the movie's going to be heavily focused on those that you saw in the trailer, which is Godzilla and Kong, and of course Mechagodzilla. Obviously, we'll see a nice battle with the Warbats, and considering that they are one of the earlier toy leaks. Obviously, they want to feature them probably a little bit more than some of the older Titans, but who knows? We're going to the Hollow Earth. So the idea of seeing just the Warbats down there, I think, is pretty slim. It wouldn't surprise me if we get a couple of other surprises down there. And even if they're surprises that are not, Titans, even if they don't engage with Kong in a fight, it could just be like a passing by. Remember, there's going to be heave machines down there, other machines down there in the Hollow Earth following Kong. So there's no reason we can't get a perspective from them in the ship, and they can see off in the distance other Titans roaming around. The Hollow Earth is supposed to be almost like a world within a world, and there are definitely going to be subterranean Titans that are either not allowed by Godzilla and some other Titans to be up there or to be up on the mainland, or just creatures that are naturally subterranean. They just live down there and they never surface. So I do think we'll see probably some new ones in passing, nothing major. I think the chances of seeing one of the Titans from King of the Monsters, I think the best chance is Behemoth. Like I said, we do have the toy, so that pretty much, if what Playmate says is true, pretty much in some ways gives us a good idea that he's going to be in there for a quick cameo. But I do think even if we don't see some of the older Titans, I do think we'll see some newer ones that will be good eye candy, if nothing else. And yeah, I think I don't think it's just going to be Warbat. I don't think it's just going to be Skullcrawlers. I think that we'll definitely see something else. It's just, don't bank on it being anything major. Don't bank on it being like a big deal in the movie or in the story. It'll either be fodder for Godzilla or Kong, or it'll be just something you see in passing. I would probably guess most of that would happen in the Hollow Earth. So yes, I would say expect cameos here and there from either one of the older Titans or a lot of new ones. And we'll leave it at that. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know, who would you like to see cameo in the Godzilla vs. Kong movie in terms of other Titans? I know some of you are going to say, it'll be great if we saw Anguirus, or it'll be great if we saw this or Varan. Let's keep it out of Toho, because we know those monsters are not going to be in there. What other Titans, Monsterverse Titans, would you like to see in a cameo in this movie? Let me know in the comments below. Until next video, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Click here to watch more content. Don't forget to leave a comment. Also, make sure you like and share this video. If you want to know when the next video is up, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. And most of all, make sure to click that subscribe button for regular content.